Alright guys, so this is the iPhone 12 and we're going to unbox it. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, Neil from Neil Collins Recording. Welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back to my channel if you're not. Either way, appreciate you tuning in and watching this video. So, I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing of the iPhone 12. I'm not going to go too much into the actual setup of the phone. I'm just going to have a quick look at it, see what you get, run through some of the specs, and then in another video I'll be going more in depth into the actual settings on the phone. Now I did think about not doing the unboxing because I thought it might be a bit off piece for the channel, but this is the first iPhone where I generally am going to try and do some video with it. So I thought the unboxing would be a good introduction to that, but I will be testing out the video capabilities on this in another video and trying to make a short one-wheel film using the iPhone 12. So I think the first thing to recognise is obviously the size of the box. It's a very small box. It's literally just got the phone in it and a couple of cables, I think. Now their reasons for this is to be more environmentally friendly. There's no plug inside, which does make sense. Whether or not that's the real reason for doing it, I think it could be something to do with cost. But nevertheless, most people have now got an iPhone plug that they can use with the iPhone. If not, you can pick one up relatively cheap. But yeah, that's why the box is so small. Let's open it and see what's inside. And a recycle box. Okay, so let's take the lid off. Let's see what's inside. So inside the box we have the phone. Let's just see what else we get in the box. As you can see, we get the charging cable, and inside this little pack we get the SIM release pin, the warranty, and one sticker. I used to get loads of these in the iPhone or any Apple product. Now they're just limited to one. It's quite thin too. Oh well. Like I say, environmentally friendly. Everyone's got to save the planet. So the phone itself comes with this protective cover on. So if we take the protective cover off. Okay, get rid of that. So I've got the iPhone black. It does come in 5 different colours. It comes in black, white, the red, green and blue. What I do like about this is the corners on this. It's much more like the iPhone 4, if you remember that. Anyone remember this bad boy, the iPhone 4S? So if you remember these old phones, I still love this phone. Proper chunky, and they've got the chunky corners. You can see all aluminium. Now this phone is a bit of a return to those squared off chunky corners, which I love. I think the rounded design was never a big fan of. I love the chunkiness. I mean, I still love the iPhone 4S. I still think it's one of their best ones, looks wise anyway. So I'm really pleased that they've brought those corners back. There's nothing really revolutionary on this phone in terms of buttons, and there's got the power on button on the side. Nothing on the top at all. And on the other side you've got the volume on and off and the up and down button as usual, and at the bottom you've got the 2 mics and the charger port. So let's just power it on. So it's got a 6.1 inch display, which is nice. Nice to have a bit of a bigger display. It'll be good for when I take it out and use the drone and stuff like that. So nice to be able to see what you're doing a bit more. The new screen looks really nice. It's a standard iPhone screen, really clear. This is the new OLED screen, which is supposed to be much brighter than the screens that came before. 1200 nits apparently, no idea what that means, but it just means that you can get your screen nice and bright when you're outside so you can see what you're doing. So the new glass on these phones is tougher than any smartphone glass, apparently 4 times better drop performance than previous iPhones. If you drop your phone, it's always good to know that your phone has some form of protection, so that's all good, like that. So yeah, obviously it's got 5G on it now as well, which means it's super fast when you're downloading films, much more stable when you're doing FaceTime and things like that. So 5G integrated in the iPhone 12. So the display's got much more contrast. The blacks will be blacker, anything bright will be brighter than it usually is. So the screen apparently on this one is a vast improvement, and I'll definitely be testing that out when I do the film tests on this iPhone. The cameras are similar to the iPhone 11, but both cameras have much better low light capabilities apparently, so I will be testing these out in another video. iPhone on their website say that the wide cameras bring in 27% more light, which obviously means better performance in low light. So when I do my video tests and camera tests, then we'll have a look at the low light capabilities and see if it's any good. And the new cameras also have HDR capabilities, so in theory the camera should be good at capturing texture, colours, even in bright sort of sunlight. So HDR on a camera phone is a really exciting feature. Again, I'll be testing this all out when I do the video tests. Now also, you won't be able to see it on here, it's got MagSafe technology now, so there's a little magnet in here, you can charge via magnet, you can also attach, there's a little card holder accessory that you can attach, cases that are compatible with the MagSafe technology, so you can still charge through the case. So all that stuff is obviously extra, and apparently the MagSafe charging is much quicker, so definitely worth having a look at that. It comes in 64 gig, 128 gig and 256 gig, so this is the 64 gig version, but if you did want the 128 256 gig version, then they are available. All depends on your data use really. So yeah, we've got a dual 12 megapixel camera system. So the ultra wide is f.24 aperture and the wide is f.16 aperture. The wide is 26 millimeters and the ultra wide is 13 millimeters, which is quite a wide angle lens. So video, we can record 4K at 24, 30 and 60 frames a second, so we can do slow-mo in 4K on an iPhone with decent cameras, and I can't wait to give that a go and try that out when I do the camera test. Bit of slow-mo in a film never goes amiss, so we'll be testing that one out for sure. You can also do 60 frames per second in 1080p, still totally fine to record and release in HD at the moment, so I might be using that option as well. And there's also slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 frames per second and 240 frames per second, so that's super slow-mo. So yeah, this is just a quick introduction to the phone. I'm not going to go too much into the features, I just wanted to show you what the phone looked like, go a bit into the camera specs but not too much. We'll be releasing a video soon where we take this camera out, we test all the video functions. I will be making a video just using the iPhone 12 at some point, so definitely tune into that one. But that's it for this one. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you've got an iPhone 12, what you think about it, first impressions and all that. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so I can let you know when new content is released. Releasing new content on Mondays and Thursdays at the moment, gear tech tutorials, reviews, all that sort of thing. And I will be doing some more videos using the iPhone 12. I'll be looking at all the video capabilities and photo capabilities on here. So all that to come. That's it for this one. I'll catch you in the next one.